Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a very easy DIY. Today I will be telling you all how I take out rose water, but this is not your regular boiling rose petals in water process that we see everywhere to take out rose water. Rather, it is a much simpler process, and the rose water that you obtain by this process is very concentrated. It does not have any of the like the outside water that we add, so it is all the rose petals water. So you can also call it as rose hydrosol because hydrosols are nothing but floral waters, and they are usually a byproduct of essential oil production process that we get, and they are highly aromatic in nature. So the process that I am going to show you all today will give you a concentrated rose water which can be used in a number of ways. You can use it as a face toner, you can add it in your face masks, you can spray it all over your face, or also you can use it in your diffuser to just give a nice rosy aroma to the whole house. And also you can use the fresh rose water that you get in your food items, just if you want that rosy aroma in your food, in your sweet dish. So also I would uh, the process is very effortless and simple, but yes, it does take a few days, but then it is like you don't have to go and do something every day. It is a very simple process, and so let's get on to the process and the things which are needed for this.
The first and the main ingredient that we're going to use is the rose flower, and I'm using two of these. The ones I'm using are the common red roses that we get anywhere and everywhere. Make sure you choose organic flowers because they give a wonderful aroma. We will also need the stem of the flowers, not too long but about 4 to 5 inches long. Then we will need any colored thread. I'm using a white colored one. It will actually be used to suspend the flowers into the glass jar that I'll just show you in a while. Next we will need scissors to cut the stems and the thread. And the last thing that we need is this glass jar. I'm using an old empty Horlicks jar. I'm sure many of you would be having this Horlicks jar at home. Make sure you get a jar with a screw type lid. We will begin with cleaning the stem. Remove all the leaves attached to the stem and cut the stem. The length should be about 4 to 5 inches from the base of the flower. You can adjust the length on the basis of the size of your glass jar. So the length should be about this much. Now I'll just do the same thing with the second flower as well. Cut the thread in such a way that it can be wrapped around the stem 6 to 7 times and tie a knot like this so that it can take the weight of the flower and hold it firmly while the flower is suspended in the glass jar. This is why we needed this thread in the first place, to hold the flower firmly while it hangs upside down. So as you can see, the thread can easily take the weight of the flower and it will not let it slip away. Now I'm going to suspend both the flowers in the jar with the longer side of the thread hanging outside the jar and screw the cap tightly like so. Keep the jar in the sun for 2 to 3 days until the rose flowers have started drying and we can see a little amount of liquid collected down at the bottom. That liquid is nothing but rose water. Make sure the jar gets ample amount of sun, because all the moisture of the flowers will collect at the bottom due to sun's heat. So we need to make sure that the jar gets ample amount of sunlight. So as you can see, the flowers are suspended quite nicely, and these are the dried flowers, and the liquid that you see at the bottom is your 100% rose water. So hope you really liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.